Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
On hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Thomas Bryant sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Shot clock winding down. To Beal. Has a look. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Lowry to Gasol. Shot from the lane won't go. To Beal. Bradley Beal, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Toronto with the basketball. Kawhi Leonard against the former Hoya. Takes stock of the floor. Leonard to Danny Green. Down low Gasol. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Beal. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Nothing going here on that drive. Beal. That pass taken away by Toronto. Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Great look and vision. Beal buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Lowry to Danny Green. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. They work it down to Gasol. Working the outside. Driving right to the basket. Knocked loose. Wizards come up with it. Bradley Beal. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Leonard to Gasol. No good. Great dish to set it up. Beal, and a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Fred VanVleet. Wizards with the basketball. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Down to 5 on the 24. Corner 3 at the buzzer. One quarter down. The Wizards out in front. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
To Parker. Beal. That's no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Matthews up against Beal. Kawhi Leonard. He's 2 for 2 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Parker. 5 to shoot for Washington. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. To VanVleet. Down low for Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Beal to Parker. To Beal. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Toronto has the basketball. Here comes the screen. Runner's good there.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Into the game.
To Parker.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry.
The screen sets him up for two.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Here's Leonard for two. Kawhi Leonard. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get...
To Parker. That's a 24-second violation.
24-second violation.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Washington Wizards. Number 1, Trevor Ariza. Stepping in for the Toronto Raptors. Number 33, Mark
Lowry to Leonard. Now a steal by Washington.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Jabari Parker. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Ariza. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. From long range, Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Marc Gasol swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
That's me.
Danny Green to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Kyle Lowry has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. To Parker. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
A shot by Green, no good. Wizards have it. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Rebounds taken down by the Raptors.
I got ball.
That misses with a second to go. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities, That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Wizards have kept it close after one half. And even though they're losing, you don't see a lack of confidence from their shooters. That could be the difference for them in the second half.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Wizards at the controls. To Beal. Probing the defense.
Ankle check right here.
Beal. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the mark. Lowry into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Here comes the screen. Had a chance, but it's no good. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Up by 3. Leonard to Lowry. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Not that time. He misses. Terrific vision. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first.
Good shot.
You know that's easy. They can't.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Good shot. Good shot.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Danny Green. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
When I saw this team come out and warm up, everybody looked focused. They looked into the game before the game even started. I saw a completely different team at halftime. Guys were coasting around. Guys were talking to girls in the stands. Guys were playing around with the ball boys. They weren't focused, and it's showing up right now in the second half.
2 points. The assist from number 7, Kyle Lowry.
To Beal. Has a look. He connects off the step back.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Leonard. Washington basketball. Slam dunk.
We call
Probing the defense. Lowry into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Gasol. Down low. To Danny Green. Lowry buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Knocks it down from mid-range. Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Take pride in a smoke-free environment, so we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Washington.
To Parker. And he finishes at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Leonard. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to...
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. 3-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. Wizards with the basketball. Surveys the floor. To Parker. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper misses. And scores on the step back.
The assist from number 2, Kawhi.
Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Raptors have the lead. Raptors had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
It's Washington with the basketball. To Parker. Takes stock of the floor. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Pascal Siakam to Lowry. That'll get out off the Raptors. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Here comes the screen. Lowry sizing up Bryant. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
It's creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Danny Green to Leonard. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 11, Wesley Matthews.
Parker with it, trailing by 14. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Leonard working it outside. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Time to shuffle things up.
For the Washington Wizards, number 1, Trevor Ariza.
He gets it.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lowry. To Matthews. They'll get it down to Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from long range, working hard on the glass. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just playing.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Entering the game for the Toronto Raptors, number 33, Gasol.
Lowry to Leonard. To Lowry. Beyond the arc for three. Not done yet. Another follow. Still no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? Your fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here comes the screen. And he hits.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Bryant. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Marc Gasol. Now 4 for 9.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Ibaka to Leonard. Has a chance. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
It's the Raptors. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors added a win with today's solid victory, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Wizards didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard gets rewarded. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Toronto Raptors. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.